Today on review we are looking at Dyad for the PlayStation 3, which you can get it over on PSN for around $14.99. Well, Dyad doesn't really have a story because it's mainly a experience. Because the game is pretty much what would happen if you take a res music style game and mix it with a time trial with many objectives toward end. So Dyad is kind of hard to explain overall because the whole point of Dyad is every couple level a new game mechanic is introduced and require you to do a series of tests using that game mechanic. So as the player, you are going down a circle tunnel which you can spin around freely in, and instead of shooting things you end up grabbing a whole thing to add more momentum to yourself to get through the area as fast as you possibly can. But on top of this, if you end up like hitting the things that you're supposed to be grabbing a hold of, you will slow down and pretty much do like a skipping noise in the music. And of course, faster you go, more higher pitch and upbeat the music actually get. And the visual itself, it pretty much made up of random quarter flashing or just anything that would look like anything you will find in a, say, any type of music player nowadays. Which in return, for anyone who might have eye problem when it comes to flashing lights or sense of seizures, this is a game that can't really be played by them because for people who have fairly decent eyesight, some of the visual might get a little straining on you overall. So as you go through Dyad, of course, like I say, you're unlocking more and more game mechanic at it all the time, which add a very deep and interesting gameplay mechanic and keeping the simple mechanic of getting from point A to point B pretty fresh in the process. The problem here is with Dyad is, of course, in the levels you will have the mini missions that you must complete for 1 to 3 stars, and you gotta get at least 1 star to move on to the next area. But when you get into areas that is set mainly in telling you you have X amount of time to complete your goal, but in return it doesn't exactly clearly explain to you what your goal is. So in some of the later levels, there's some highly trial and error and some extremely frustrating gameplay just trying to figure out how to do what you gotta do and to get to the next level. That can bring the game down quite a lot and ruin the experience for some people. So overall, Dyad is a very interesting game. Do not play it if you have seizure, but it's just frustrating near the end. And with it being made up of so many multiple stages level, kind of sad to actually see that. But some of the simple game mechanics work fine, but some of the later ones not so much. So overall, I have to give Dyad for the PlayStation 3 a 2 out of 5.